But I'm curious, how many of you have been to a Passover before? Good, many of you. And for those of you who've never been, let me encourage you, if you have the opportunity, go. But let me also warn you, if you're going to a Passover, eat lightly that day or not at all, because you are really in for a meal. I want to assure you, Passover is much more than parsley and horseradish. We eat and we eat, but unfortunately that's the part of the Passover I forgot to bring with me here this morning. Towards the end of the meal, the head of the house will say to all the children, go and search for the afikomen. And the kids didn't necessarily see where it was hidden, so they have a great time looking for that piece. And the child who finds it brings it back to the head of the house and receives a reward for finding that second piece. The head of the house then stands and continues this ancient ceremony of the matzah and the afikomen by unwrapping this special bread from the linen cloth. He takes it out and begins to break off small pieces for everyone seated at the table. Everyone now receives a piece of this bread. Does this remind you of anything? See, brothers and sisters, if the matzah represents the unity of the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, why then is the middle portion broken, buried, and brought back? If the matzah represents the unity of worship, the priests, the Levites, and the people, why is the middle portion broken, buried, and brought back? But if the matzah represents the unity of our triune God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, then we know why. It's because Jesus, the second person of the Trinity, was broken in death, wrapped in a linen cloth, buried in the tomb, and then brought back, resurrected by the power of God, conquering sin and death. So then it is no wonder. Hallelujah. It is no wonder that Jesus took this bread and broke it and gave to his disciples, saying, take, eat, this is my body broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me. Do you see the picture? God knew it in advance. And then our Lord took the cup. Now you know we take the cup 4 times during the Passover. But you see, the New Testament tells us that Jesus took the cup after they had supped, after the meal of the Passover. So we have the first 2 cups, then comes the meal, and the cup that comes directly after the meal is the 3rd cup. And the 3rd cup is called the cup of blessing and redemption. The cup of blessing which we bless, the cup of redemption, looking back to the redemption God brought our forefathers from Egypt, and looking forward to that redemption when Messiah comes. And Jesus there in that upper room with his disciples raised the 3rd cup, the cup after supper, and said, this cup is the new covenant in my blood, poured out for you for the remission of sins. Now, what new covenant was he speaking of? The one that was promised by Jeremiah. In Jeremiah chapter 31, the prophet said, behold, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, my covenant which they break, although I was a husband to them, saith the Lord. You see, that was the problem with that first covenant. It became a broken covenant. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, declares the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts, and on their hearts I will write it. That first covenant was written on tablets of stone. The new covenant was to be written on the tablet of our hearts. And I will be their God, and they shall be my people, declares the Lord, for I will forgive their sin and remember their iniquity no more. Oh, this then was the ultimate condition upon which the new covenant rested. For no longer would sin be atoned for through daily offerings of animals in the temple, but once and for all would God deal with this most difficult of human predicaments. And now we find Jesus there in that upper room with his disciples, taking the cup, taking the bread, taking the cup after supper, and saying, that which you've been waiting for, that which was promised, that new covenant has now come in my blood. Imagine how the disciples must have felt after having celebrated this Passover year after year after year, and then one day in that upper room in Jerusalem seeing its very fulfillment. To imagine that God, in redeeming ancient Israel from bondage in Egypt, wove into that very fabric of the story a great picture, the greatest picture of all, of the redemption of the world from the Egypt of sin through the Passover Lamb, who is Jesus the Messiah. And of that redemption you and I partake today if we know Christ as our Savior, if we have by faith applied the blood of His sacrifice to the doorpost of our hearts. Jesus is our Passover Lamb. Hallelujah. We've been redeemed by the precious blood of the Lamb of God, and you know the Bible says, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. What other response is fitting but for us to give thanks and praise, to say so? Hallelujah. And that's exactly how Passover concludes. After having the climax of the bread and the cup after supper, we have a say-so celebration where we sing hymns of praise from the Jewish National Hymn Book. You all have copies, right? Well, you do, you know, the Psalms. And Psalms 113 through 118 are sung at this time. They're called the Hallel Psalms. You know, the Hebrew word hallelujah means praise the Lord. Hallel is simply praise. The Psalms of praise are taken together with the cup of praise, the fourth cup, which is raised up in praise to God. And we conclude the Passover every year by saying, Lashana haba beYerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem. Because you see, brothers and sisters, this Passover is not only a commemoration of a redemption in the past, but it bears with it the hope of a redemption yet to come. And therein lies the burden of my heart. For my people are waiting. They're still waiting. And they don't know of that redemption which has already come. And there is a tradition that at the Passover, Elijah himself, the forerunner of the Messiah, will come to tell us he's on his way. And so at each Passover table, there's a special place setting and a special cup. Nobody sits at this place and nobody drinks from this cup. It's Elijah's cup. And at a particular time, the head of the house will say to the youngest child, go and open the door for Elijah. And as the door is opened, we all stand together and say, Baruch haba b'Shem Adonai. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. And then together we sing what is the oldest Hebrew melody known today.
Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi,
Elijah the prophet, Elijah the Tishbite, Elijah the Gileadite, come even in our days and bring with you Messiah, Son of David. And every year my people stand, and every year they sing, and every year they wonder, is he ever going to come? Still waiting. They don't know of that one named Yochanan. You know him as John the Baptizer, who did come in the spirit of Elijah, and who one day saw a Jewish man coming up over the hill and declared, behold the Lamb of God that taketh away the sin of the world. And they don't know of that one named Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Messiah, who did come, the Lamb. And it is the burden of my heart and that of Jews for Jesus to see this message communicated in the power of God's Holy Spirit. And it's my prayer that in our being together, you might not only be enriched in your understanding of God's Word and of the Lord's Supper, but that you might share this burden with us.